Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be doing the Bookish Elements tag. Nobody in particular tagged me in this, I don't think. I just saw it going around a little bit and I wanted to do some tag videos, so here it is. All right, the first question of this tag is, how do you feel about foreshadowing or the dropping of hints? And I typically don't mind foreshadowing or hint dropping. I think I quite like it when it's like done well. I think it can be done like not very well, like bad, and it can be over obvious when you're dropping hints. Like, I want to work if there's going to be hints dropped. I want to work for it a little bit. I want to actually like feel accomplished, not just feel like, oh yeah, that was the most obvious thing in the world. So, but like, I definitely think that that's something that can be done and has been done very well multiple times, and that I've enjoyed when it's done well. So, question 2, bookmarks. What do you use and how do you feel about bending down the corner? First off, I do not dog ear, and I have never dog eared in my life. It makes me very sad, and I do not like it. I don't like bend pages at all. So, I don't do that. For bookmarks, I use pretty much anything and everything. I'm a very like I grab it and put it in type of person. Um, but I do have like bookmarks specifically. I feel like I probably have the most of just like a random assortment of things that I've collected over the years of just like plain paper type of bookmarks, but I definitely like want and like the more unique ones too. I've been wanting to crochet a bookmark lately and I just haven't done it yet. So if any of y'all book lovers are also crocheters like me and you have some good bookmark patterns, please send them my way because I'd love to make some. Question 3 is forgotten bookmarks. Have you ever found something strange in a book? So I wasn't sure how to take this question, so I'm going to answer it in both ways that I thought you could take it. And the first way is like found something that was like not mine, like I got a book secondhand or something and I found something in it. And I think like the saddest thing that I found was a like birthday card that somebody was using, and it was like a 6th birthday card, and I was like, oh, like I felt so bad having it in my book that I bought because it was like such a sweet card for yeah. So that was probably like the most like unique thing, I guess. But besides that, I definitely have found in like my old books like old receipts, little like tags. You know how you cut the tags off of your clothes? I'll put the little tags in there because they're kind of like cardboardy. Um, because I feel like those make good bookmarks. So I found plenty of those in an old book that I like never finished reading, and cough drop wrappers because yeah, I have used those more times than I can count as a bookmark. So, number 4 is inscriptions and annotations. How do you feel about writing in a book, and how do you annotate if you do? Honestly, this is I'm very particular about this, I feel like, and I don't even know how to explain how particular I am. So, I do annotate and write in my books. Not all of them. I'm very particular about that. And I can't even tell you, like, it's not like, oh, I have a favorite book and I'll write in all of my favorite books. Like, I do like annotating and highlighting in some of my favorite books, but some of my favorite books I will not touch. Some romances, especially if it's really, really funny and it's one of my favorites and stuff, I love annotating in them, but I will not do that for all of them. Nonfiction. Some nonfiction I love to annotate. I love to write in the margins and put all my thoughts. But some nonfiction I will not write in, I will not touch. I'll write on the side on a notebook if I want to write something. So, literally, like, no rhyme or reason. I have no idea. Sometimes it's the feel of a book for me, I think, and I'm just like, I don't want to write in this. I don't want to, And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to write in this. I have no idea what it is. Like, honestly, it varies so much, but I do like doing the stuff when I feel the urge and want to in a book. I just like am so particular and peculiar about it for some reason. All right, question number 5 is introductions and footnotes. Do you read them or avoid them? Honestly, I try to avoid them. I'm not that interested in them most of the time. If it's like a classic or a nonfiction, I am more likely to try to read the introduction and the footnotes, though, on those cases. And then the wing feather books, they have like little footnotes of stuff, which I don't love, but I do read them because it's kind of like, really goes along with the story. So, like, if it's really integrated into the book like that, I'll read them, but I don't particularly like love to, and I don't do that all the time. So, number 6 is accessories. Do you use bookish accessories? Like a reading light, book sleeve, annotation materials, bookstand, etc. Somewhat. I have a book light. Have I used it? Actually, no. My husband's used it and I haven't used it yet, which is just kind of funny to me. But at night, I just tend to pick up my Kindle instead because it's easier that way than grabbing my book light. I would love to have a book sleeve, though. I think that would be really helpful and something that I would use a lot. I don't own like a book stand. And like I said, I do some annotation stuff. I don't have a ton of it because I'm kind of sporadic, but I do like using the little bit that I have, and I really enjoy it when I get to use it. So, number 7 is art and illustrations. How do cover art and illustrations affect your reading experience? So covers, like cover art and stuff, I am 100% a judge a book by its cover kind of gal, unfortunately. I feel like a lot of us are. But yeah, I have a hard time wanting to pick up a book, being interested in a book, no matter what, if the cover is awful, if I hate it. So I know that's a problem. I know it has nothing to do with what's inside the book, but it's one of my problems that I struggle with, and I wish I was better about it. Illustrations don't really sway me one way or the other. Like, it's cool when a book has illustrations, and sometimes the illustrations are super cool, and it's like a nice little added touch. But it doesn't really, I don't think that anything's ever like upped a book for me with illustrations, and I don't think like anything's ever been taken away from me with illustrations either. Now, there is one like caveat to this because if I'm reading like a manga or a graphic novel or something, it's mainly like illustrations, like in text. So that, on the other hand, would be a little bit different because the Cursed Princess Club, those books, I love the illustrations of, and I really do think that it like ups the book, just the style and how well it's done. That's because it is a graphic novel, though, and that is a very big part of it. So that would be the only part that I would say it would ever really affect my reading. Number 8 is format. Which format of books do you prefer? Paperbacks, hardbacks, audio, or ebooks? And do you do different things for different situations? Paperbacks is definitely my most preferred method of reading. It always has been. It has not changed. I have definitely opened up more and done more and started to enjoy the concept of reading on a Kindle, the ebook. I really enjoyed my Kindle and doing some audiobooks. But it's still not my favorite. So I don't know if I really like do one thing over the other per se. I definitely prefer to get a book that I'm not sure about through my library as an ebook or audiobook, or if they have it in paperback, but I'm not able to go there to physically get the copy as often. So a lot of times, if I'm not sure about a book or wanting to check out because of content wise, stuff like that, with somebody I haven't checked out before, or I'm just not like enough interested to buy a book for whatever reason, I definitely would prefer to check it out via ebook or audiobook first. I will say I don't do a ton of audiobooks. It's probably the method that I use the least. And part of that is because, like I said, I would want to check out books that way. And that's kind of what I do the most. But a lot of times it's due to, like, is this going to be okay? How is the content on this? I don't know this author or whatever. That's like at least half, if not more than half of the times. And I have two little girls, so I am hardly ever not around little ears. So if I don't know content wise on something, I'm not going to get it as an audiobook and listen to it. So there's really been quite a few books that I've done via audiobook. I haven't hated it. There have been some audiobooks that I have really, really, really loved that I got it as an audiobook and loved the experience, but it's just not as easy for me to do or my preferred method. So, and then number 9 is to just tag some friends. I have no idea who's done this tag. So if you're here on BookTube and you haven't done this tag and would like to, consider yourself tagged by me. Thank you guys so much for coming along and listening to me ramble about some book things. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys will stick around for my next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy reading. Bye.